everyone. Hope you're all well. Just wanted to jump on quickly and do a little video about where we are at the moment collectively, and after doing a meditation, so this is actually a meditation that I did a few months ago, and I was asking, when I went up into the quantum, and I was asking, you know, what are we experiencing right now in this 3D realm? And what I was given and what I saw was that we are in a Bardo phase. So we're kind of in this, for those of you will be aware of the Bardo phase, and those of you may not be aware of the Bardo phase. But Bardo is the space in between the death of our old existence, the death of our old lifetime, and the space in between before we are reincarnated into our new lifetime. So it's a transition phase where we are consciousness. We're just kind of floating around in consciousness, and I felt it really timely to sit down by the ocean on this beautiful, quite blustery pre-storm moment. And as I feel like we're kind of floating around in the quantum, you know, imagine when you're in the womb and you're floating around in that beautiful water elements, that water frequency, that very flowy, eternal, beautiful frequency of just oneness and consciousness. And so we're kind of in the phase before this, before we enter the womb, and before we enter into this kind of consciousness, this beautiful flowy fluidity, this water frequency. And so we are kind of like a spark of energy, and now is a really important time for us to set the frequency and create new contracts, things that we wish to invite into our lives, a reality that we wish to create for ourselves. And this is a really pivotal time to be able to do this over the next 12 months, because I feel that we're going to move into this next level of this transition, maybe next year, towards the end of next year. So what we're experiencing now is that in-between space where nothing really is happening, but everything is happening at the same time. So it's all and it's nothing, and it's everything. And yeah, it's a really beautiful time now for us to tap into this energy and rewrite our contracts, because in Bardo is the space where we create our contracts and make our agreements of what we are, who we are, where we're going to be, what is going to be our bloodline lineage, where we're going to be birthed, the language we're going to speak, the color of our skin, just the gender, everything. So now is this really time to get crystal clear with what you want, and no longer focusing on what you don't want, because of course the universe doesn't understand that I don't want this in my life. It just hears I want, right? So focusing on what you want to invite into your life, and visualizing the reality that you wish for yourself, whatever that reality may be. It may be something so simple, like just to be in harmony and oneness and peace within the world, with your family, with your loved ones. And it may be to create a new higher timeline for yourself, a higher abundant timeline, whereby you're manifesting clients, financial freedom, sovereignty, whatever it is that you wish to create for yourself. So now is a really good time to start to clear out all of the baggage. You know, this year is going to be a really fundamental time to clear all this baggage, clear the debris, do the inner work, do the shadow work, you know, really moving into your pains so that you can actually release them, because we only really reach a real deep level of sustainable healing when we are actually facing and sitting with our pains inside our shadow. You know, we really need to sit with the shadow to be able to transform it, because, you know, we don't heal anything, we just transform the frequency of the energies that we have embodied as a result of our experiences. So yeah, we can transform that energy, so we can tap into these experiences and we can actually rewrite and recreate the story of these experiences, while at the same time acknowledging the pain and feeling the emotion that we need to feel. Of course, you know, if you have any deep level of trauma, then, you know, please do this with a trained specialist, somebody that can help to support you through this. You know, if you are experiencing any post-traumatic stress. So yeah, make sure that reach out, or make sure that you're working with somebody that can help you, to support you, because of course when we're going into our shadows, it can be raw and it can be really painful. But ultimately, you know, these wounds need to be healed, because otherwise we continue to keep bleeding in our relationships. We're bleeding onto other people, and, you know, this is not the way forward. In order for the shifting consciousness and the transformation within the collective, within humanity, we all really need to do this deep level work now. We are being called to step in and do this next level work. So yeah, clearing the debris, going inside, facing the pains. Again, if you need help with this, reach out. And, you know, I mean, this is my field. I've been working with this myself on my own inner journey for 20 years now, and it's an ongoing process, but it's beautiful as well, you know, when we can go through all these amazing experiences and actually face them with a calmness and without an attachment. It's really beautiful. Yeah, and this is how we transform the frequencies of these densities and pains and grief and anger and all of the negative energies that we're holding on to. We transform them into a peace and acceptance, and it just changes the whole vibration. And when we can do this, if everybody did this, the world would be such a harmonious space. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So clearing out all of this debris, this baggage, this whatever you need to the density, and then rewriting, recreating your story, writing new contracts for your future timelines, and visualizing yourself in your highest divine timeline, who you are in the next 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, whatever timeline that you set. So yeah, that's all. Just a quick, while I'm sitting by the ocean, and hope you all have a beautiful day. And as I say, reach out if you need any guidance, and yeah, happy to help in any way. Sending love.